Fidelis, you have covered this conflict, this situation extensively. You were there for the independence. What is the situation in the country right now, and how has it gotten to this point?
Well, for many South Sudanese, it's really disappointing because this is a country with great potential. 6 years ago, some of the people I met were hopeful that, with their independence from Sudan, that the days ahead were going to be very bright for them, that they will be able to manage their resources and live a more prosperous life and also be liberated. But it has turned out the other way because right now we have about 2 million of them who have crossed the border into Uganda and other places to take refuge. We have about 2 million who are internally displaced. We have millions of people who are going without food. We have people who can't even find where their relations are because some of them are missing, some have been killed. We have families that have been separated. And we have the lingering political crisis, which is unending. Really, it's a bad situation, like a sorry situation for the people who had so much hope in a country that, many had also hoped would be able to put their acts together and move on after the liberation from Sudan.
Give us a little bit of context about this political crisis, because is it this crisis that is fueling the horrific humanitarian situation that we're seeing right now?
There are a few angles to it. We have the issue of politics, which is the disagreement between President Salva Kiir and the rebel leader, in this case, the former Vice President Riek Machar. Both leaders have refused to agree. They keep holding peace meetings, sign agreements. Riek Machar came back to office about a year ago and had to leave again. So both leaders not reconciling is a big problem. And the issue goes beyond just them. It is a tribal issue because the Dinka, who are the dominant group, headed by the President Salva Kiir, most of them are the ones who are enjoying the lucrative positions in office, which they know where the rebel leader, Riek Machar, comes from, feel that they've been marginalized, that they also played a huge role in bringing independence to the country, that they also have a stake. But in this case, they've been sidelined. And most of them are the ones who are actually gone across over to Uganda and other places to take refuge. So there has to be that healing process for them. If you reconcile the leaders, then you also have to reconcile both dominant ethnic groups. And then the issue of people in the country, many people can't even find food to eat. There's hyperinflation in the country. Things are so expensive. The purchasing power is so low, so people don't even have the resources to be able to take care of themselves. And the government is still relying on foreign aid because the conflict has resulted in government not being able to even generate revenue to be able to carry out some of the projects that they would have wanted to carry out.
As you mentioned there, Fidelis, so many factors at play here. It seems intractable from the outside, but what options are there for the country to improve its situation?
Well, one of the options is genuine reconciliation of the two leaders, because if Riek Machar decides to genuinely reconcile with Riek Machar and they get back and, forge ahead in terms of trying to politically reconcile all the factions, that would be a huge boost to reconciling the country. And with that, you have some of these people who have crossed the border, who are now refugees in Uganda, coming back, because both leaders are the ones who actually have the fighters who are bringing about the conflict, who are bringing about displacing people, who are also causing, hunger in the land. Because when they displace these people and they're not able to go back to their farm, apart from the fact that the country is going through famine at the moment, which is a natural cause, but then to some extent, there are some people who can't farm, even in areas where they have rainfall. So people can't go back to be able to get food. But if this happens, they'll be able to even sit together and be able to harness even the wealth that is coming from their natural resource, which is oil, which is the major revenue earner for the country. And with that, they'll be able to forge ahead. And then also undo international interference, because we have interference from different countries who have interest in the country. So if the international bodies can also allow them to genuinely reconcile and move ahead, the country might just try to pick the pieces and move on.
Expert analysis there. Thank you very much. That's TRT World's Africa reporter Fidelis Imba. Thank you.